First off, I just want to say you guys are the fucking best. 1,606 likes, 447 comments. You guys all want to make some gains, and I'm more than willing to help you guys and meet you guys just more than halfway. Okay, you guys keep up this participation, 1,500 plus likes, 300 plus comments, and I will make a video every fucking day if that's what it takes. Whatever it takes, goddammit. But seriously, I will. And just thank you for the participation. Anyways, bear with me these next couple of weeks. It might be a little confusing. I'm missing footage from last week. Reason being is I only decided to start doing this series a few days ago, mainly because I was looking to do something special for 100,000 subscribers, and I didn't know what to do. I could have done like an eating challenge, but how does that help you guys? Besides give you guys 15 to 20 minutes of entertainment and me getting sick. Could have done a motivational video, but my editing isn't the greatest and my name's not Javon. So this is how I decided to celebrate and give back to you. So bear with me, follow along, and you guys will all make gains. Saiyan Army. So what you're seeing on your screen right now is a pull workout. Now, this workout is subject to change as we go along with the program. This was recorded last week before I even decided to do this series, but every set, every rep, the whole workout will be down below in the description for you to follow anyways. So in this video, I want to talk about setting goals. Now, you're going to need to set a goal for the bench, the squat, deadlift, and overhead press, or variation thereof. You don't have to do these 4 lifts. Instead of a bench, you can do an incline bench like I do. Instead of a squat, you can do a front squat like I do. Instead of a deadlift, you can do sumo, Romanian deadlift, stiff-legged deadlift, any variation thereof. All right. You don't have to do overhead press either. You can do, a seated shoulder press. You can do a military press. Those are just my favorites. And those are the big compounds where you'll make a lot of your gains from if you can get strong and master these exercises. All right, the basics never change. The basics are always the same when it comes to building muscle and bodybuilding in general. That's why bodybuilding and powerlifting work really hand in hand. The only difference is the accessory work. So what's my goals? My goal for the bench, 315 pounds. Okay, these goals that you set are going to be the goals that you want to hit in the next 3 months, because I promise you, follow along with me, you will get strong, you will make gains. Gains don't just happen, you make it happen, you plan for it. So what I want you to do is comment once you set all those goals. Okay, so my bench goal, incline bench, 315 pounds. Squat goal, I'd like to work upwards of 300 pounds for working sets. I'm not going for a 1RM. I already explained that last video, but the best for my front squat so far has been 290 for 7 sets of 4, and I'd like to get up to like 300 pounds for working sets. Deadlift, I just started doing sumo. It'll take a lot of practice, but obviously end goal is to work with numbers upwards of 500. Overhead press, 225 pounds. Now these goals I all want to hit within the next 3 months, if not sooner. Probably sooner, to be honest with you guys. Once you set those goals, I want you guys to comment them down below. Why? Because this video will hold you accountable to them gains, man. What is 3 months? 6-23, May, June. That's June 23rd, 2016. That's 3 months from today. We will see how close you are to your goals. Even if you don't hit those goals, guess what? You're gonna be damn well a lot closer than you would have been. All right, so set those goals, comment them down below. After that, okay, this first week of the program, we're following the Smolov Junior percentages. So if you're not sure what the Smolov Junior percentages are, Google Smolov Junior and read up on the program. We're doing it differently though. We're using the percentages for every lift throughout the week. Okay, and I'll go more into detail later on as we go through the program. This is where it might get a little confusing for you guys. But understand this first week is a 6 sets of 6 reps. with 70% of your 1 rep max, your training max. That's the next thing we're gonna set. Okay, once you have your goals, set a training max. All right, and I'm gonna tell you guys, start slow. My training max is because I didn't plan everything correctly. I started a little heavy on the first week, which you'll see in future videos. I since then had to bump down my training maxes, but figure out whatever your one rep max is and drop like 10 pounds from there. That's a pretty good training max. Anywhere from 10 to 20 pounds off your 1 rep max, and just start slow and build from there. That's your training max. All right, you're gonna need to track these training maxes because every week we'll be bumping every training cycle we'll be bumping up the training maxes. Now, if I'm losing you here, don't worry about it. We will explain it all in further detail. Right now, we're just setting goals. All right, so that's the next thing you're gonna set is your training max, and just start light. That's all I can say. The program will get harder, it will get heavier. My training max for my bench, I set it at 315. That put me at 220 pounds for 6 sets of 6. You just saw me in my last video hit sets of 8 with 225 pounds, so obviously it's very light, but keep in mind as the training cycle goes on and on, it gets heavier and heavier and heavier, and in time will make you stronger. Okay, so the other question I got a lot was, can you run this if you're cutting? Yes, you can run this if you're cutting. Granted, the deficit is small and you are in the higher percentages of body fat. You're not like sub 15, maybe even sub 10. Then it'll be really hard just because of the amount of fat. For me, I need a certain amount of body fat on my body in order to make strength gains. If not, it's very, very hard. For me, I'm trying to keep my body weight around 175 tops. But yeah, we'll explain those in more nutritional videos that we'll be doing later on as well. We got a lot of videos to do, I'll be honest, and it's kind of overwhelming for me, but I'm just really excited about just taking you guys along, taking you guys by the hand and going through this journey, giving each and every one of you watching this video a hand up to make these gains. So if you're cutting for the summer, my question is, why are you cutting? If you're cutting, the only reason you should be cutting, in my opinion, is 1, if you're cutting for a show. 2, if you're over 20% body fat, then maybe you want to cut down if you're over 20%. But if you're under 20%, keep on building. And 3, if you're not where you want to be in terms of musculature, then why are you cutting? If you don't have the amount of muscle that you want on your body, then why are you cutting for? Stay in that gaining phase. Understand, gains are made in a caloric surplus. Don't try to be that one guy that tries to stay the same weight and who thinks that they can build muscle and lose fat at the same time. And it can happen, but depends on the circumstances. Okay, keep it simple. Go in either a surplus or a deficit. Okay, don't try to stay at the same place, because guess what, you might just be wasting your time and you might be making 0 gains trying to stay the same exact weight and do 2 things at once, which I never recommend. So if that's not you, I know you guys see a lot of these YouTubers and everyone cutting for the summer and whatnot. You do not need to cut once a year. I've done maybe 3 to 4 cuts, maybe 5 max in my past 11 years of training. That averages out to 1 cut every 2 years. All right, so you don't need a cut if you're not where you want to be muscularity wise. Next question is why I prefer push-pull legs. The reason why I prefer push-pull legs is I was running this type of program before, about a little over a year ago, where I was doing the 6x6, 7x5, and 10x3. I was skipping the 8x4, and I was running it as an upper-lower split. The reason why I don't like an upper-lower split is because you're only allowed about 2 exercises per body part if it's arms and 1. Yes, the frequency is higher, but it's hard to get a pump and it's just a lot of work to do just hitting your entire upper body. So I prefer push-pull legs because you can get a better pump and it's just easier for me to focus on different muscle groups that way. So anyways, that's in the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. New video maybe coming tomorrow, we'll see. Anyways, love you all. Let's make some gains. Strength and honor. Aloha.
Vegeta, what does the scouter say about his power level? It's over 9,000! Immortal!